times it appears that Mr Gaddafi's regime is lying through its teeth. At times it's quite possible it's telling the truth. And I'm afraid that goes for the rebels as well. It is, at times, they may well be telling the truth, and at times they may absolutely be lying through their teeth because they want things to seem to be very bad, as they may well be, in order to get these airstrikes, because that's what they want more than anything. Now, we've been hearing about constant bombardments, tanks into the centre of Benghazi, explosions, it being shelled. We haven't heard any of that in the phone calls we've made to people living there. There's been no independent Reuters or AP eyewitness accounts of that, and there's been no footage of it. So it may be happening, but it may be entirely made up by people who want to draw the outside air forces in. And
if Gaddafi was telling the truth and is observing this ceasefire, does that mean that the Allied forces can't go ahead with anything other than a patrolling of a no-fly zone?
No. What it means is, it depends how you read paragraphs 4 and 6 of the resolution. I think it would be hard to argue that if he's not attacking, we don't know, let's suggest he's not. I think it's hard on a reading of paragraphs 4 and 6 to actually then go in and attack his tanks, his artillery, his troops from the air. But absolutely, you could continue to attack the ground defences and his planes if they were flying, because you want your no-fly zone and you've got the authorisation to do it. Let's go to the map. It is said that, well, we heard last night from the American president, non-negotiable. They have to come out of Misrata, you see there in the centre, Zawiya, you see over there on the far left, pull back from Ajibaya and Benghazi. Going a little closer into Benghazi, and let's talk about these claims. About 750,000 people live here. Now, what is pretty sure is that coming this way, towards Egypt, there are hundreds of cars packed full of people now, and they're heading for the Egyptian border. If there's hundreds of cars all packed, you're talking about thousands of civilians are now fleeing Benghazi. If we move closer into the city, it is because the reports are, firstly, that there has been fighting, and that the neighbourhood of Tabalino. Tabalino is very approximately this district here, and allegedly Gaddafi's troops are in there. Also into the district of Al-Fawa, which is just next to it here. So allegedly there are Gaddafi's forces in both of these neighbourhoods, but there's no independent confirmation of that. Heavy shelling, apparently, if we can go even tighter into the city. You see the port area there at the top left of the screen. Well, one of the main streets coming down comes out from the port and into the city centre, and it's Gamal Nasser Street, named after the great Egyptian leader. Allegedly, that street has been shelled, and because of that, allegedly, the rebels have put in a whole bunch of their cars that are mounted with machine guns, and it's possible even that there may be some ship activity by Gaddafi off the port. Now, none of this, again, is confirmed. Let's move over to Misrata. This is the third largest city in the country, about 500,000 people. Now, allegedly, this has also come under heavy assault. Witnesses are saying that it's been shelled, 2 people killed by sniper fire this morning, and a doctor says there's been many more killed over the past few days. They accuse the government of attacking ambulances. I think we can go a little bit further into Misrata. Water supplies are still cut off. You can see it's a heavily urbanised area. And if we come back out, the last claim that's been made this morning is that the town of Zintan, just that way you see it, just down here, it's below the capital. The capital's up there on the coast. That are the claims. And then the oil minister is sort of making it pretty clear, A, we're not doing that, and B, by the way, if you attack us, you aren't going to get our oil contracts in the future.